We just saw Walk Among the Tombstones, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, and we have a review and a discussion in the car. The review part is spoiler-free, so if you're on the fence or trying to decide if this is a movie you want to go check out, watch the first half. For the discussion part, if you've already seen the movie and want to know our thoughts, or aren't interested and just want to know what we thought, complete with spoilers, watch the whole thing. So this movie looks pretty much like, you know, a lot of other Liam Neeson movies, but also a lot of other there's an ex-cop out hunting people for vengeance, or out, you know, trying to do good, that kind of thing. The plot actually reminds me quite a bit of The Equalizer, and I won't get into a lot of the reason as to why that is, but if you kind of understand what The Equalizer is about, like, it's a very similar sort of vibe. The movie has a little bit of heart to it, which I was kind of happy to see. There's a kid in it that he sort of befriends and helps out a little bit. It's fairly dark for a movie like this. It's not like overly violent or overly, like there's not like a high body count, but there's a lot of implied bad stuff going on. And it's a movie that I'm glad I saw. I enjoyed seeing it, but I wouldn't say I'd like rush out and see it again. So I guess take that for what it's worth. But it's well made, well acted, well written. There's some good twists to it. It was hard to guess what was going to come next, even though a lot of things that happened in the movie have happened in other movies before. But it did kind of have its own unique spin on things. So that's kind of what I thought. What did you guys think? I
liked it. I thought it kind of went back to the old days of where movies had a slow build. Like Devil in a Blue Dress or Seven, you know, cop movie, but it gives a slow, very slow at the start, and then it picks up speed, and then boom, it has its climax, and then, you know, it's great. It was great. I didn't feel that there were many twists in it, like you said. I don't know if I just didn't notice them or what, but
yeah.
It was good for what it was. Liam Neeson gives his, you know, typical great performance, and even the surrounding cast was good. So
cool. What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was watchable. I thought Liam Neeson gave his regular Liam Neeson performance, which was good. I think he's got like a good screen presence, so I think that like helped me stay engaged, because it was kind of a slow movie. It was bleak and slow, more than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But definitely watchable. For me personally, it kind of fell apart in kind of an anticlimactic ending towards the end, where a couple of just silly things happened and I didn't appreciate. But overall, if you like Liam Neeson, you'll like this. And if you like just kind of a slow, not much mystery, but just kind of a, you know, kind of dark kind of tale, then it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, they make mention in the like within the story of the movie, they talk a little bit about like Sam Spade and Philip Marlowe, and I don't think the movie's really trying to be that. It's more of a modern day version of that kind of story, but it's also set in 1999, which is kind of interesting. Some of that stuff plays into the plot, and some of that really doesn't.
They kind of beat you over the head with the fact.
Well, I mean, and that was like pretty prevalent at that time. Like, people were freaked out about all that stuff.
I remember. It's just...
and it also had like I don't know. It seemed like it had a really abrupt ending to me. But that's just my 2 cents. To talk into, you know, to get into spoilers a little bit, or talk a little bit further about it. I thought it was great that we didn't watch them get away with the first couple of murders that they did. That was just like something that they discovered through the investigation, was that these guys had done this before. Liam Neeson gets hired by one of the widowers of one of the victims, and after he's hired, they kidnap this little girl, and so he's basically like, you know, I'm not going to play at your game, and you know, if we agree to do what you're telling us to do, all it's going to happen is you're going to get money, and we're going to have a dead girl, and we're not interested. So if you actually want to get paid this time, you're going to have to bring her back alive. So that was kind of a neat way of telling that story without like having the first act of the movie be them get away with, you know, the first murder or whatever.
It kind of felt like, if you've ever read James Elroy's novels, he's a noir writer. Kind of had that feel, old noir detective feel, and then, you know, at the end, the kind of abrupt, melancholy ending.
Yeah,
that's pretty prevalent in those type of stories. I thought it was a good movie all the way through, though. I felt like they beat you over the head with like newspapers right up on the camera, and then like zooming in on things that cemented the fact that it was 1999 through the entire movie.
yeah.
Which explained why there was so many payphones around.
Oh god, yeah.
Well, and I think that's why they were doing it. I really think that the important piece that they were trying to get across to people was there'd be a lot of people that if they didn't do that would sit around and go, well, why didn't everybody just have a cell phone? And they give the kid a cell phone like halfway through the movie. Mm-hmm. But in 1999, that was a huge deal. Like, to hand somebody a cell phone was not like, you know, you can't go get a cell phone for 99 cents like you can now. And so things were a little bit different. Payphones, I guess you could call either way. I don't know if that's like a movie cliche or if that was really possible at some point, but
oh yeah, yeah. Every payphone had a number that you could call.
So yeah, and then the ending, it kind of felt to me like the drug dealer guy, like them killing him didn't bother me. Like
we're going into spoilers now.
Yeah. Oh, I called it earlier.
Yeah, that part for me was just dumb. Just the way.
Yeah.
That for me
he left
was,
that guy up there by himself.
It was like the guy that lost his wife. They cut her into little pieces and left her in the trunk of a car. And he finally meets the guys. And yeah, he just has a drink and like knocks one of them out and goes down to the basement to investigate. It's like, what?
Well,
he's left alone, and then the other guy comes back and kills him.
What it was saying was that he knocked the guy out, and he was going to go downstairs and find
the other
whatever they used to torture. They already knew the other guy was dead.
Yeah.
So he was going to go and find. He went down. He got that like hatchet. Remember?
Yeah, sure.
And then the other guy like woke up, and then we didn't see what happened between those two.
It was just it didn't ring true for me though, because he was kind of seething with rage was the reason he hired that guy in the first place. And then when he gets into that situation, he's like, oh, I'll just discover stuff. I think he would kill them and torture them first, and then
I think he was going to do that.
Yeah,
he was totally he was getting ready to. It was what he should have done, which would have been against character, or against what his whole motivation of the movie was. What he should have done was, as soon as Liam Neeson cleared the room, shot the guy in the head, and then walked out. Like that was the safe, easy thing to do.
But he was also drinking. You see that he had an entire bottle gone. So
right, because he was getting ready to mess that guy up, and you know that guy got free and got down. Like, that's the other part that's a little bit ridiculous. That. And then this guy's handcuffed and knocked out, and like, how long was the guy gone? Was he gone for like half an hour looking around the basement for stuff?
Yeah,
because it made it seem like it wasn't. There wasn't that much to it.
Minutes.
So
well, it had to have been something.
It seemed what I was getting at was that in the end, all of the good guys were alive, and all of the bad guys or you're bad because you're a drug dealer guys were dead.
It was very
but it felt
anti-substance.
It felt artificial the way it was created so that he could get into a fight with Liam Neeson at the end.
Yes.
That's what I didn't like about it.
Yes.
And that ended in the worst way possible, the most uncreative way, where he just gets shot in the head. Like, oh, damn, okay.
The reading of the 12 steps was really obnoxious and irritating.
Yeah, that went on way. It kind of went past the sell-by date.
Using the device of, they're narrating what's happening in the movie in terms of the 12-step program.
Well, like I said, this movie was very anti-substance, anti-drugs, anti-alcohol. It was very, like, I think the guy who wrote it clearly had a problem beforehand.
But also Liam Neeson was living the 12-step program, right? I mean, because he was an alcoholic, he accidentally killed this girl, or at least he blames himself for killing the girl. And so he's sort of doing this stuff partially for money, but also partially to help people, partially to make amends for what he did.
Kind of a penance, self-imposed.
Yeah. So, and they show him at meetings, and he has like his 8-year chip or whatever.
There was moments in the film I thought were really good, and I wish the film had more of those moments. Like, unfortunately, maybe like the Taken movies that I have not saw, but like he's on the phone to the hostage takers, and there's some really good banter back. Well, it's not really banter, but it's just like some good moments where the bad guys have always been in charge, and he just kind of slowly turns it around to where they're doing what he wants.
Yeah,
that was cool. I enjoyed. That was probably my favorite part.
Yeah,
the phone conversations.
I liked the fact that they actually showed a scene of the killers and their domestic. I don't know if they were lovers or whatnot. It kind of makes that presumption.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
They're just living together. It doesn't make any sort of...
It does.
Well, at one point they mention your boyfriend.
Yeah,
well, maybe that's
like
just a guess.
That,
maybe explains
the having the breakfast together, of course, and then
they're just roommates.
Well, no, hold on, and then in the final scene, like the one guy that actually has a personality is asking, is basically like, dude, what's up? You're not even caring at all.
Right, because he decided he was going to kill him.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
They were not having a romantic relationship.
You don't know that.
They were taking girls off the street and raping and torturing and killing them.
Actually,
I don't know that they were raping. I thought that to begin with, and then they're totally misogynistic towards women. I don't know that... Because later on, when it flashes back to that part we saw in the beginning, he actually wasn't raping her. That was when he was about to cut her breast off.
Yeah. You never know that they're raping them at all. So, I mean, that's kind of the thing.
I still don't think there's enough evidence to say that they were a couple.
Well, I'm not saying that they were. I'm just saying it was kind of, they kind of put that idea out there. Damn it, Dale.
I think you're picking up on something that probably isn't there, but that's all right. You like Black Hole Sun, too, so
hey,
we won't hold it against you.
He made me watch All About Steve. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not a fan of that one either. Well, thanks for watching. This is our review of Walk Among the Tombstones. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the way we do these reviews. We'd appreciate it. And you can watch all the video reviews and read our movie reviews at dalemaxfield.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.